Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn Web Coding. My name is Durgesh Sahani. In the previous video, we created the database foundation with categories, products, migrations, and eloquent relationships. In this episode, we will first use the built-in register form to create an account, then log in with the same account, and after that, we will convert the starter dashboard into a simple e-commerce admin layout. First, we add the commands for this episode. The migrate command makes sure the database is ready before we test authentication in the browser. Then npm run build checks that the current React and TypeScript starter code is valid before we start the browser demo. Finally, composer run dev starts Laravel and White together. For an Inertia project, both parts need to run during development. Let us run migrations first. If everything is already migrated, Laravel will simply say there is nothing new to run. Next, we run the front-end build. If the starter code has a syntax problem, this command will catch it before we continue. Now we start the development servers with composer run dev. Here is the built-in register screen from the Laravel React Starter Kit. We will create the admin account from this form. After registration, Laravel automatically signs in the new user and sends us to the protected dashboard page. This confirms that registration, session login, and the dashboard redirect are working. Now we are back on the built-in login screen. We will use the same email and password that we just created from the register form. After signing in again, Laravel sends us back to the protected dashboard page. The auth flow is working, and now we can customize this starter dashboard. Let us jump back to VS Code and understand the flow before changing the dashboard page. Before touching the dashboard code, let us keep the authentication flow clear. Laravel handles the request, middleware protects the dashboard, Inertia renders the React page, and the authenticated user sees the admin layout. This is different from the REST API version. We are not storing a token in local storage here. Laravel uses the normal session-based login flow from the starter kit. Now look at roots web.php. The home page is public, but the dashboard root is inside the auth and verified middleware group. That means a guest cannot directly open the dashboard. Laravel redirects them to the log in page first, and after signing in, Inertia loads the dashboard React page. Now open the dashboard page. The starter page is only a placeholder, so we will turn it into a simple admin dashboard. First, we keep the head import and the dashboard root helper. Head controls the browser title, and the root helper gives us the dashboard URL for breadcrumbs. Next, we create a small stats array. For now, these numbers are placeholders, but later we can replace them with real totals from the database. Now we create the dashboard component. The top section gives the page a clear admin title and explains what this screen is for. For the stats cards, we write a map loop. The loop takes each stats object and renders one card, so adding another card later is just another item in the array. Next, we add a small module section. This tells us what we are building next: category management and product management. Finally, we keep the dashboard layout metadata. This is how this starter kit connects the page to the authenticated layout and shows the dashboard breadcrumb. Now the dashboard is updated. We still use Laravel Authentication and the starter layout, but the main page now feels like an e-commerce admin panel. Quick recap. We created a user from the built-in register form, logged in with the same account, reviewed root protection, and replaced the starter dashboard placeholder with a simple e-commerce admin layout. In the next video, we will build category CRUD with Inertia forms, so categories can be created, edited, listed, and deleted from the admin panel. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, share it with other developers. If you have any questions, write them in the comments and subscribe to Learn Web Coding for future updates.